From the mind-blowing dribbles, body smacks, to the powerful dunks that defy gravity. Enjoy the thrills, the squeaky bum time and feel the passion of everything sports on Boss Sports. Every weekday from 7:30 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Boss Sports on Boss 98.9 FM Owerri.
And it's gone in!
Good evening, Owerri. Good evening, Akwa Ibom. Good evening, Enugu, Anambra State, Lagos, Kaduna, Plateau State, Maiduguri, South Africa, Uganda, wherever you are around the world, Afghanistan, Philippines, Argentina, Cuba, America, Australia. I welcome you especially North Carolina on today's edition of Boss Sports on Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. I go by the name Osaze, Osaze. Yes, Boss Pilot. I'm so excited this week. I don't know why. I'm so elated. I can't even explain why I'm excited, but I have to do, Jare, for your sake. Sincerely speaking. Victor Osimhen has apologized to his coach Rudy Garcia for his outburst when he was actually substituted in 86 minutes in their goalless game against Boyegna as Nigeria's delegates arrive Egypt, Cairo capital to be precise, ahead of tomorrow's CAF pronouncement on who will be the hosting of the 2025 and 2027 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria will be given 10 minutes to convince Africa how ready they are or how messed up they are to see if they will get that hosting right nod from Africa. A representative, of course, that will be casting their vote because CAF will be making fire announcement tomorrow and it will be coming from the mouth of the CAF president, Dr. Beatrice Mosebe. It's getting very interesting to see how things is going to be panning out, for the Nigerian side because I can tell authoritatively that Nigerian contingent are doing everything possible to see how they can get themselves, of course, being given the opportunity to host the 2025 or 2027 Africa Cup of Nations as CAF prepared to make the announcement. All this and more we're hitting the course of the show this evening. We are live on Facebook at Boss Radio 90.9 FM or like that page and drop your comment. You can equally catch us live on YouTube at Boss Radio 98.9 FM or Owerri. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop your comment. You can download our app, of course, to listen to us or see us live wherever you are around the world. Equally log on to www.boss989fm.com. We are discussing very important issues on the show this evening. Arsenal have entered into the race to sign Ivan Toney come January as Chelsea are equally preparing to get this player. But the question is, Ivan Toney, if he should make the right decision, would he actually fare better, in Arsenal or in Chelsea? And that is the question we're asking. Would Ivan Toney fare better, at Chelsea or at Arsenal? So that's the question we're asking on the show this evening. And which country do you really expect to get the CAF to know to come tomorrow when it comes to African Cup of Nations hosting right? Is Nigeria really prepared to host Africa come 2025 or even 2027? Are you really in support of the Nigerian government push to be giving that hosting right by CAF come tomorrow? Let's get your input on these issues. Catch us live on Facebook at Boss Radio 90.9 FM or like that page and drop that comment. You can as well share your thoughts via WhatsApp on 0806 9992 999 0806 9992 999. We have amazing games that will be coming up later today in the England Football League, or call it Carabao Cup round of 3. And I'm going straight with that because at exactly a 7:15 this evening, all these games will be played at a 7:15 this evening, except that game involving Manchester United and Crystal Palace. Bradford City will be up against Middlesbrough. Exeter City will be at home against Luton Town. Ipswich Town will actually slug it out with Wolverhampton Wanderers. Mansfield Town will be up against Peterborough United. Port Vale will actually be keeping it there with Sutton United. And the game between Salford City and Burnley will take the centre stage at the same time as well. Then later in the day, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, Manchester United will be up against Crystal Palace, which promises to be an amazing encounter, a very fantastic encounter, as Erik ten Hag tries to resuscitate his team, get them back to the winning ways as it should be after winning Burnley by 1-0 over the weekend, to actually keep their hope of doing well this season in the English Premier League. Let's look at the possible managers that may be sacked before January next year if results don't really improve. Let's look at the possible 5 managers. We begin, of course, with the information available, of course, to you sincerely this evening. Well, just 6 games into the Premier League season, a host of managers are already feeling the heat as I speak to you, whether it be the historic heavy droppings or underwhelming starts to the campaign. Trigger-happy club chiefs may be thinking of making a change to arrest their slumps, and we're definitely taking a look at the 5 top flight managers most at risk of being sacked before January next year. I'm beginning with Paul Heckingbottom, of course. Paul Heckingbottom, there is only one place to start, and that is at Bramall Lane. As of course, I'm referring to Sheffield United, who Newcastle United hammered 8-0 in the league over the weekend. The coach of Sheffield United, Coach Paul, of course, suffered his heaviest league defeat in the hands of Newcastle United. The coach is now, unsurprisingly, in the firing line with 8-0 dropping, leaving them bottom of the Premier League with only 1 point since promotion and a goal difference of -12. Well, rumours had already been swirling about the potential return of Coach Chris Wilder to the Steel City, and it looks set to only intensify in the aftermath of that thrashing. So it's now behold on the face of Coach Paul to turn result around, turn the situation around at Sheffield United, or else Coach Chris Wilder will be coming back to take over Bramall Lane as a Sheffield United manager. So Coach Paul, you have between now and December ending to turn the result around, or else you'll be fired as the coach of Sheffield United. Another coach on the bricks of being fired before January this year, before January next year, if results don't really improve, is Mauricio Pochettino. Speculation had it already that the potential, of course, we have it on good authority that a second succession 1-0 home defeat for Chelsea against Aston Villa has left Mauricio Pochettino with questions to answer already. The Blues have picked up only 5 points from their 6 outings, despite a whopping £1 billion transfer spent during Todd Bowley's ownership of the club. Well, while the young Blues squad undoubtedly, definitely needs time to settle, the Argentine coach will need a vast improvement in immediate result to ensure he is still there to see that job through. But with clashes against Arsenal, Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur to come in the next 6 league games, things could well go worse before they definitely get better. Mauricio Pochettino, alarm bell is ringing. Chelsea owner is not smiling. The fans' patience are running out, honestly. So if you really want to still retain a job come January next year or before January next year, you really need to improve on the result you've been chalking out as Chelsea manager. Things really need to get fixed. Things really need to get in favor for Chelsea, because if you continue in this form, if you continue with this trend, honestly, you will be asked to leave that position before December this anyway, because Todd Bowley patience is running out, I can tell you authoritatively. So Mauricio Pochettino, you have your own destiny in your hands. Another coach on the line of being fired is Sean Dyche. Coach Sean Dyche seemed significantly more at risk of the chop at Everton prior to the impressive first win of the season at Brentford on Saturday evening. The 3-1 result and encouraging performance was exactly what the Merseyside club needed, but they are certainly not out of the woods yet as they look to avoid a disastrous relegation campaign. Experienced operator coach Sean Dyche knows how to keep a team up, but definitely the resolve of the top phase hierarchy will be tested if results turn sour again. Well, I have it on good authority that reasons behind the decision to still keep a coach Sean Dyche at Everton is because we having this information that Everton may be sold to a new company. And according to the British league law, when a club is being subjected, through a rigorous processes of screening on the verge of being sold, they are really bound, to sell players or to buy players or to fire coaches. So they can't sell, they can't buy, they can't fire coaches until everything about that club is sorted out when it comes to new leadership, new ownership. So for Everton, they're on the verge of being secured, the ownership of that team by the American company, and the American company is being taking a true series of screening, of course, to see how prepared and ready they are to kind of finance a project at Everton. Such has already put Everton's decision to buy players or sign players or fire coaches on hold. Until such is sorted out, they will not be able to fire coach Sean Dyche. Even the result don't really go to improve at this point in time. He will not really be fired. Another manager on the brink of being asked to leave, of course, is Manchester United. Gaffer Erik ten Hag. Yes, I know it may come as a surprise to many Manchester United fans. Manchester United got a much needed 1-0 win at Burnley. Of course, tough moment. I call it a sophomore on Saturday night, but the result alone will not be enough to save Erik ten Hag's job. You don't hear them? United have lost 3 of their first 6 league games during a poor start to the season. With issues of the field as well as plenty of problems underneath. Ten Hag's impressive maiden campaign at Old Trafford should buy him the time, but the Red Devils only ever seem to be one defeat away from another crisis. Oh my goodness, Manchester United from one crisis to another. Ten Hag, improve on your result or else you may be surprisingly asked to leave Old Trafford. Another manager on my list is Gary O'Neill. Despite coming in to replace the first managerial departure of the Premier League season, Wolves boss Gary O'Neill is already one of the favourites to face the axe. Yes, of course, the 40-year-old former Bournemouth boss has won just one of his 6 games since replacing Julian Lopetegui after a disrupted summer which saw a host of key stars left that West Midland. With some encouraging displays in defeat against Manchester United, Liverpool are cause for optimism, but a one draw at Luton may spark few more concerns over his certainty and his future at Wolves. What an amazing, honestly. These are the 5 managers facing possible sack before January next year, and they know that, so they really need to improve on their result or else they'll be asked to leave their various positions. For Arsenal fans, I bring a bad news to every one of you wherever you are around the world, because Arsenal winger Bukayo Saka will miss his club's Carabao Cup tie at Brentford come tomorrow and could also be out of Saturday's league game at Bournemouth. The English winger suffered a foot injury in the 2-2 draw against Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday and was replaced by Emil Smith-Rowe just before the final whistle. I can tell you authoritatively that Bukayo Saka, who has scored 4 goals and registered 3 assists from 7 games in the Premier League and Champions League this season, is definitely sweating over his fitness to feature for Arsenal. Not this Wednesday, probably this Saturday, but information available to us sincerely has that he will definitely miss tomorrow's Carabao Cup against Brentford and the league game this Saturday against Bournemouth. Brentford and Bournemouth. If Saka misses that game against the Cherries, that is Bournemouth, it will end his club record run of 86 consecutive Premier League appearances. Arsenal defender Julian Timber has a long-term knee injury, while teammates Thomas Partey, Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli are also out injured. Gunners midfielder Declan Rice came off at halftime against Spurs, but his back injury is not considered too serious, according to Mikel Arteta. So Mikel Arteta is sweating over the faithlessness of this Nigerian superstar. Talking about Bukayo Saka ahead of tomorrow's Carabao Cup against Brentford and this weekend's game against the Cherries known as the Bournemouth. Well, I feel for Arteta honestly, but I think he has up to time and well organized opportunity to see where he can actually get a replacement for Saka, because yes, of course, we know that Arsenal will miss Saka greatly come tomorrow and Saturday, but Mikel Arteta should find a way to at least fill up that hole to 80% or 85%. As I stated earlier, Arsenal are ready to step up their interest in England striker Ivan Toney come January next year, according to Brentford, who value this England international at £60 million. Can Arsenal offer Brentford £60 million to get this player? Because to the best of my knowledge, Brentford are looking for another striker. Even if Ivan Toney stays back in January, they are looking for another striker. Ivan Toney has already made it clear to anyone who cares to listen and who cares to know that he wants to quit Brentford come January. He wants to leave because his ban over betting issues will expire in January, and he said he wants to leave Brentford by January. So Arsenal and Chelsea are struggling for his signature, but it seems Arsenal will get these players a signature because they are ready to go toe to toe with Chelsea. I don't know how prepared Chelsea is, whether they'll be able to sign another striker to complement struggling and under firing Nicholas Jackson. Brentford are considering signing a striker even if they do not really sell Ivan Toney. According to information available to me, Wolfsburg 24-year-old Denmark striker Jonas Wand, of course, AZ Akmas 24-year-old Greece forward Vangelis Pavlidis, and Santos 20-year-old Brazilian striker Marcos Leandro are on the short list, of course, of Brentford the possible players that will be coming in January, whether Ivan Toney leaves Brentford or not. Spanish defender Marco Cucurella is hoping to leave Chelsea in January next year and has held talks with manager Mauricio Pochettino over his possibility of leaving Chelsea come January. If Marco leaves Chelsea, I believe Chelsea, are really prepared to get someone that will definitely fill in his position in Chelsea. Well, AS Roma are keen to turn 30-year-old Belgium striker Romelu Lukaku's loan from Chelsea into a permanent deal, and they may offer English striker Tammy Abraham in part exchange. Well, is Tammy Abraham really ready to come to Chelsea? I doubt. Tammy will not be willing to come back to Chelsea, so I don't see that deal pulling through unless AS Roma will be paying to Chelsea outrightly, trying to have a player swap or maybe add little money and give Chelsea Tammy Abraham. Abraham would not love to come to Chelsea. He has made it clear even in the past that he would not really love to come back to Chelsea. Real Madrid want by Leverkusen's manager Xavi Alonso to replace Carlo Ancelotti, who is set to leave at the end of the season to coach Brazilia's senior men's national team. Chelsea have secretly parted company with Bruno Sartor, who joined as part of former managers Graham Potter's backroom staff and was a first-team coach under new manager Mauricio Pochettino. Well, Chief Executive Beppe Morata says Inter Milan will soon meet with Italian defender Federico Di Marco, who is 25 years of age, to discuss a new contract, according to information emanating from Rome. English defender Fikayo Tomori rejected advances of Paris Saint-Germain this summer in order to remain at AC Milan. Is he really doing good at AC Milan? Yes, of course, he's improving. He's doing good with the Rossoneri. Jadon Sancho's Manchester United teammates have urged England winger to apologize and end his dispute with manager Erik ten Hag. But Jadon Sancho said no, he will never apologize to Erik ten Hag. And when ten Hag was really asked about his issues, with Jadon Sancho, he said Sancho knows what to do, and ten Hag has vowed never to talk to Sancho unless he apologizes to him. Wow, two heavyweights fighting. It sounds so crazy, honestly. The Professional Footballers Association (PFA) has offered to help Sancho and ten Hag settle their differences. I hope it works out, honestly. West Ham United have ended their interest in 30-year-old England midfielder Jesse Lingard, who is training with the Saudi Pro League club Al Ettifaq, currently managed by Steven Gerrard. I feel for Jesse Lingard, I feel for him, but I think he should be held capable of what is going on around him. He is the architect of his problem at the moment. Don't ask me why. Tottenham Hotspur will want 50 million euros, equivalent to 30 million pounds, to let 27-year-old Argentina midfielder Giovanni Lo Celso leave in January this year, with Barcelona and Real Betis interested in signing this particular player come January next year. Remember, we are live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Or want to like that page and drop your comment, and let's read the Facebook messages we have already. This one is coming from Wachupu Kennedy Chinedu. Okay, voice of Mbise from Okukwa Omuhu Okwato. Good evening, the sports Jagaban. You people are doing marvelously well. Carry go. We are solidly behind you. Thanks so much, my brother. Chino Saver Green says, good evening, Osaze. I'm watching you live from World Bank. I always enjoy your program. Bravo to you too. Chino Saver Green, drop those messages, drop them on Facebook, like that page, and drop your comment. It is at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, and of course, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop your comment instantaneously. Well, let's actually take a look at what is going on. Ever since Real Madrid, we are beaten by Atletico de Madrid 3-1. Carlo Ancelotti has not rested. He has not been allowed to drink water and drop the cup by journalists and the other stakeholders in the industry. He was actually criticized, for his tactics against that game, which actually involved Atletico de Madrid at Wanda Metropolitano Stadium in Spain, where they defeated the Real Madrid for the first time in 15 matches. It was a very, very bad day for Real Madrid fans, and I saw that game. People who criticize Carlo Ancelotti, yes, I don't know, but I saw the game and I was like, okay, since Benzema left Real Madrid, Madrid failed to sign a goal poacher. There's no doubt about it. They failed to sign a goal poacher. Josolo is not a goal poacher. Jude Bellingham is not a goal poacher. Jude Bellingham is a box-to-box midfielder. Despite the fact that Carlo Ancelotti used him oftentimes as a top 9 or maybe as a winger, but he kept on scoring goals. He has netted 6 goals in his past games, of course, but that game against Atletico Madrid made it the first time he played a competitive game for Real Madrid without scoring. He was not even effective in that game against Atletico Madrid. So Carlo Ancelotti, blocked several means of getting a top striker by Madrid Supremo. I'm talking about Florentino Perez. Madrid wanted to sign Harry Kane in the summer. Carlo Ancelotti blocked it. Madrid wanted to spend money, see how they can sign Kylian Mbappe. Carlo Ancelotti blocked it. He said that Madrid president should get a Victor Osimhen for him, and Real Madrid president is not a fan of Victor Osimhen. Carlo Ancelotti said, get me Victor Osimhen and say to you players, or else you will be held accountable whatever happens to Real Madrid this season. Supremo refused to listen to him. Osimhen was wanted by Ancelotti, but the president said, no, I want Harry Kane. So you could see the fracas here. Now Real Madrid have struggled a lot to win games, to score goals since Karim Benzema left. Despite the fact that they had 100% record this season before Atletico had to cut it short, they struggled to win games. They struggled to actually score goals. If not because of the goals coming from Jude Bellingham, Madrid would have found themselves 8th or 9th position this season in La Liga. It's purely truth, honestly. So how would Madrid survive? It's a big question. Are we going to see a Real Madrid season where they will finish with less than top 4 or within the top 3, not actually winning the La Liga, not actually coming second? Because when I'm looking at these Galacticos, they call themselves the Los Merengues, the Los Galacticos, the Los Blancos, the White. They will struggle greatly this season unless they get a goal poacher. Unless they get a goal poacher, they will struggle this season. Honestly, because Jude Bellingham cannot do all the whole work. Josel is not even a good striker. He's an amateur. He has refused to improve. Despite his experience in the industry, he still plays like a baby. He's not really strong. Yes, of course, he's not really strong. He's not the kind of player Madrid need to get themselves to the promised land. For Carlo Ancelotti, I feel fine because this season may be the worst season ever he has actually faced as a Real Madrid manager, unless they will go to shop for good players come January. With this squad they have, despite the fact that they have experienced players, Madrid, I see this season may struggle more than where or how they are struggling at the moment. Honestly, believe you me. You're still listening to Boss Sports on Boss Radio 98.9 FM on where the mayor sincerely Osaze, your sports pilot. We will definitely be back after this time at place. Stay glued.
Lassa fever is a health epidemic in Nigeria, and like any plague, it must be wiped out. Wiping out Lassa fever will require the collective and conscious efforts of you and I. Here are a few things you need to know and do. Rodents and rats are the main carriers of the disease. You can be infected from the fluid or blood of an infected person and by shaking hands with people who are infected. Ensure that your food is properly covered, either cooked or uncooked. Rodenticides should be used to kill rats, while the bush around the home should be cleared regularly. Some of the symptoms include bleeding in the gums, nose, eyes, or elsewhere, difficulty breathing, a cough, and swollen airways. Kindly report to the hospital if you notice any symptom in order to prevent people not infected from contacting the disease. In addition, medical personnel should wear protective gloves and masks when treating people who are infected with the disease. Let's stop Lassa fever before it stops us. This message is powered by Boss Radio 98.9 FM, Owerri.
Don't get it twisted. The real boss is here. Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Radio for the boss mind.
Welcome back to Boss Sports on Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Where I may see your stars, your sports pilot. Before we continue with the rest of the information we have for you on the show this evening, I want you to listen to this announcement I want to make on the show right now, where we have a missing bag which was left in a shuttle boarded by somebody, from Douglas to Olako. This particular bag contains gowns, slippers, money, and other items. And the amount inside that bag is actually 20,000 naira. Please, if you are the shuttle driver or you are the bus driver and you are listening, or you have an idea that can help us trace the shuttle driver or the bus driver, please, you have to contact this person via this number 0810 8724 0810-8724-779. I take it again. There is this missing bag which was left in a shuttle bus, by somebody who actually boarded this bus from Douglas to Olako, and this bag contains gowns, slippers, money, and other items. The particular amount in that bag is actually 20,000 naira. And please, if you are the shuttle driver or the bus driver listening to us, please just do us a favor by contacting this person. Be a good Samaritan. I bet to God will definitely reward you. Or if you have an idea or information that will lead us to actually to trace this bus driver or shuttle driver, please, you can call this number 0810 8724-779 0810-8724-779. Please, let's be our brother's keeper. It's very important. Yes, we are back to the show. Remember, we are live on Facebook at Boss Radio 90.9 FM. Or want to like that page and drop your comments. You can share your thoughts with us via WhatsApp. The number for the WhatsApp messages still remains 0806 9992 999. 0806 9992 999 is the number for the WhatsApp messages. You can download our app and listen to us and watch us live wherever you are around the world. You can also log on to www.boss989fm.com. We are discussing Arsenal. Arsenal going in for Ivan Toney, who is being valued by Brentford at £60 million. Can they rescue this particular player away from Chelsea? And which club would actually which club would Ivan Toney fare better? Will he fare better at Arsenal or Chelsea? Because Chelsea are equally going for his signature. Let's have your input on this issue, this particular evening. Boss Sports, of course. Nigeria's contingent are already in Cairo, the capital of Egypt, pushing for CAF to give them the hosting right of either 2025 Nations Cup or 2027 Nations Cup. So what is your take? Is Nigeria really prepared for this hosting right? Are we really prepared? Yes or no? Give us your reasons, honestly. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Boss Sports.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Boss Sports.
Good evening, Osaze.
Good evening.
I actually thought to tell you that I saw the woman,
Okay.
the owner of the bag.
Okay.
So she said she's on her way to the studio.
Okay, so were you able to get the items? Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Oh, I hope you call us back. Honestly, I'll be very, very, very happy if you are able to get the items for her. I'll be very, very happy, sincerely speaking. I will be very, very happy. Keep those calls coming. Let's have your input on what we are discussing. Arsenal and Chelsea fighting for the signature of Ivan Toney. Where would Ivan Toney fare better? Would it be at Chelsea or Arsenal? £60 million. Which of these clubs will be willing to cover that money to get the signature of Ivan Toney? And the Nigerians are going in for the hosting right of the CAF 2025 and 2027 Nations Cup. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Can you hear me?
Of course, we can hear you loud and clear. Who am I on to, please?
Alright, you're on to Felix. I'm calling from Works Layout.
Let's hear you, Felix.
From my own point of view, the worst thing that can happen to any player right now is Chelsea.
Why?
Because of their current form.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And I don't believe there is any player that can go to Chelsea now and succeed. Because relegation is Chelsea's name.
Wow.
Then Nigeria are bragging for this 2020 World Nations
2025
Cup.
and 2027.
I think first of all we need to fix our local league here before thinking of hosting the Nations League.
Okay.
Because if you check other countries, their leagues are open. But our own league, nothing to say about it. Let them first of all fix our own league here, so that we'll have a standard league in Nigeria. Not all these off and on league we are playing in Nigeria. They should first of all fix our Premier League before talking of hosting the Nations Cup. That's my own take.
Okay, thanks for calling. Yeah, thanks for calling. Information emanated from the Nigerian Football Federation Secretariat in Abuja has it that the Nigerian Premier League Board has actually said the takeoff grant each of the 20 clubs in the Nigerian Premier League will get is 10 million naira and not 20 million naira as earlier revealed. They said they had to slash it down to 10 million naira because that was the amount given to them last season when the Abridged League was actually held. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Osaze, my brother.
Melody Chose, how are you doing today?
I'm very, very fine, my brother.
That's
how
nice.
are you too?
I'm good, my brother.
Okay. Like I said, I'm Melody Chose from Hidden Band.
Okay.
The only place I want to point my distance. First one is about hosting
2025-2027 Nations Cup.
There was a news I heard the other time that from the House of Reps, I think the Chairman Committee on Sports or whatever, has been has even declined of hosting it. Said that money that should be used in hosting it can be channeled to the economy or the other.
But I can tell authoritatively that the sports minister, Senator John Owan Enoch, arrived in Cairo with other delegates representing Nigeria. They arrived Cairo today ahead of tomorrow's presentation, so they are in Cairo today.
Thank God something like that is happening because I don't know where that man was coming from. I don't know whether we cannot gain anything from it. The other people are gaining something from it, so we should get something from it. I thank God for John Eno, so let them try their best. They may get that trophy right. If not 2025, they can get it 2027.
Okay.
Then talking about the coaches that will be sacked.
Okay.
I want to tell Chelsea. Their problem is not coach. Their problem is not even players. They have a problem that they should come together and ratify. If not so, see them see relegation, no? And talking about Real Madrid, the same thing. The Real Madrid own is apart from them, they don't have a good striker, they don't have a good goalkeeper, so they should do everything so that Thibaut Courtois will come back. That's a step. We know how he used to be.
Honestly,
so I don't know how.
Did you see that game against Atletico de Madrid?
I didn't watch it myself.
Honestly, Madrid fans felt so bad because one of the 3 goals that went in behind the net, Thibaut Courtois would have stopped it. If I 2 goals, after Morata's 2 noddings, of course, because he scored the 2 goals through a header. Those 2 noddings would have stopped, of course, by Thibaut Courtois.
I was surprised when they chose Kepa to replace Thibaut Courtois until he comes back from injury. And it's Kepa. We know how he used to be in Chelsea. So I don't know. This season will be somehow.
And he does not want to return back to Chelsea. He does not. He said he would love Madrid to permanent his loan there at the end of the season. I just laugh.
What does he have? He has nothing. So let us be waiting for them. We are watching. So I don't know what you're talking about with Anthony.
Okay, Arsenal and Chelsea are willing to sign him by January. So Brentford said they will not sell him less than £60 million, and Arsenal are really on the front line. So we're asking, would he fare better at Chelsea or at Arsenal? Which of the clubs will actually suit him better?
Let him go to Arsenal until he rectifies their problem. They have a depth score. They have more to get, even to make Champions League back to back. So they have that problem because that internal problem they should go and take. Whether they will go and beg Abramovich and ask him questions, like I always say, they have questions to ask him. If not, even though they get Guardiola there, not even. Thank you and God bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much and God bless you too. Melody Choose from Himembano. Let's read the WhatsApp messages we have. This one says, Osaze, good evening. I'm Tony from World Bank. Madrid really needs a striker because midfielders cannot really give them what they need to prosecute this season. I wish my team FC Barcelona good luck for our match tonight. Okay, thanks so much. Tony, hello. Good evening. Hello. Keep those calls coming. 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. We are also live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM. But want to like that page and drop your comment instantaneously. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri and drop your comment. We have another call also. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Boss Sports. Hello. I hope you call us back so that we can have meaningful conversations with you. Free Mike David says a good evening to you or the sports pilot. I'm writing from Umez, Uzaba, Ikedri, Imo State. Manchester United will lose their game, and for Madrid they need a good striker. Please update me on Manchester City news. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I'm enjoying your program. We are enjoying, of course, your partnership too. Free Mike David. Hello. Hello, good evening. All right, let's keep those calls bumping in and coming in, honestly. Of course, it's going to be an amazing day for all the teams featuring in tonight's Carabao Cup round of 3. Who will be going home and who will be succeeding at the end of the 90 minutes of beautiful football. Well, let me tell you authoritatively that Nigeria's contingent in Egypt have been talking to saying they will definitely get one of the hosting right from CAF come tomorrow. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. President.
My brother, welcome to Ball Sports.
Okay, I'm Tony calling from England, sir.
Let's hear you, sir.
Concerning the hosting back, Nigeria and Benin are fighting to engage in. I think Nigeria hosting the hosting right to develop our Nigerian Premier League, because if you see our stadiums and facilities, it's not up to the standard of other countries like Morocco and Nigeria. But then we getting the 2025 World Cup AFCON, which is difficult because Morocco has a better facility. So talking about Ivan Toney, I think he should go to Arsenal because Chelsea now is the next. Chelsea will kill his career. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling, my brother. Ivan Toney should go to Arsenal. According to your callers, well, the Nigerian Premier League has finally decided to review, the decisions taken during the AGM, annual meeting, which actually went down some weeks ago, where they refused to tell us what they decided, at the AGM meeting. But it took somebody like me and some other of my friends to review what they actually decided at the AGM meeting, because before the AGM meeting, they told us that they will be giving the winners of the Nigerian Premier League new season that will be starting this weekend 150 million naira. But during the AGM meeting, they decided that 100 million naira will be given to them because there was no sponsor, and there has been this speculation that two sponsors are fighting for the sole sponsor of the Nigerian Premier League. So yesterday they decided that, let's actually return back to our first promise, honestly, where they said winners of the Nigerian Premier League will be going home with 150 million naira. That is the information they released last night. So as it stands right now, whoever that will be winning the Nigerian Premier League new season will be getting 150 million naira. So I just hope Heartland will fight for this money. I want the club from Owerri to win the league so that they will get 150 million naira at the end of the season. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Boss Sports.
I'm Peaceful Jennifer, number one Man City fan in Nigeria.
Number one
Man City fan in Nigeria.
Are you serious? Your name is Jennifer, am I right?
Yeah, Peaceful Jennifer.
Where are you calling from, Jennifer?
I'm coming from Oji.
Oh my God. Yeah, the first female caller on my show this evening.
Okay.
That's nice.
Thank you.
So go ahead with your contribution.
I want to ask you something, but before I do, first I want to give them Chelsea fans advice.
Okay.
Because attacking their coach is not the solution. They should organize a prayer session for their club. That is the best thing for them.
Okay, so ask me the question.
So, it's about my coach, Pep.
Okay.
How far about his surgery now? Is he not back?
Of course, he did not watch their game against Northern Forest. He was in the dugout.
No, I've been busy.
Okay, he was in the dugout. He's actually doing fine. He's doing fine, honestly. He's doing fine.
Okay. Yeah. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That surgery was supposed to take him 2 weeks off. So after the 2 weeks on the sidelines, he returned back to training and he was doing fine. He handled that game against Northern Forest over the weekend.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
UK is not like Nigeria,
Nigeria has received a stray bullet. Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks for calling, Jennifer. Jennifer, thanks so much for calling. I hope to hear more from you on the show every day, because I love to hear contributions coming from the ladies. Of course, they are part of the industry. If you don't know, make you know, honestly. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Boss Sports.
Good evening, Osaze.
Am I talking to Mama Man you?
Yes.
Mama Man, how are we going to save Chelsea from this situation? You're a Man U fan. Share some insight with Chelsea fans.
You see what is happening to Chelsea?
Yes, ma.
It's the beginning of their relegation.
Hey,
Chelsea is going to relegation.
Child, why now?
Yes, I like that because their mouth is too much. I went to football where I'm watching local matches today. I call Chelsea fans. No one can even answer me.
Child.
And one of my brother, he's a Brighton who beat Manchester United 3-1. Then they go to Europe. They beat them 3-1 again. I call his where we are you. So kudos to my Manchester United club.
Okay.
And they're talking for Nigeria Premiership. If they are not ready to start, they should come down. Nobody is forcing them.
They will start this Saturday. They will start to.
I know. Even they have killed even personally they have spoiled my mind. I am not ready to even if to show it for television because the way they are organizing is not giving anybody joy.
Sorry.
And talking of a hosting right, a whole Nigeria, giant of Africa, can even call Benin to help them to host Nations Cup. What a shame.
It's quite shameful, yes. It's very shameful, ma.
It's a shameful something. I can't even imagine when they are sharing the whole money that is coming to Nigeria. Nigeria cannot single-handedly host the Nations Cup. What are they doing? Morocco, South Africa, people that we did not expect can do it. Who is Nigeria? Who cannot do that? I am not happy with them. So I am happy. I congratulate you and God will bless you because the only place that he gives me joy.
I'm humbled. I'm blushing, ma. Thank you, ma.
Yes. Okay. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, that was the voice of Man U. Ever ready to do something for Manchester United. Honestly, the last time Nigeria as a nation co-hosted Nations Cup was in 2000. They actually did the co-hosting with Ghana, where we lost in the finals. The Olikon Stadium in Lagos State to Indomitable Lions of Cameroon through penalties. That particular then, Victor Ibewa played a penalty, and after playing that penalty, he had his hands around his head, shouting that the ball did not cross the line. The center referee was like, okay, since this player did not really celebrate, he will not really count it as goal. But if you can take a look at that video again, watch it over and over and over again, you will totally agree with me that a half fraction of that ball crossed the line. Based on FIFA rule, based on CAF rule in those years, that goal should have stood. That goal, should have been counted. Based on CAF rule, in those days, that goal should have counted. Victor Baba did not really celebrate. Therefore, he said, okay, he would not really count the goal. And the last time Nigeria hosted Nations Cup single-handedly was in 1980 when Chairman Christian Chukwu led the Green Eagles. Then we were bearing Green Eagles to our first ever African Cup of Nations title. Now Nigeria is confused. They don't know whether they will get it by pushing for joint bidding with Benin Republic, or whether they will get it by pushing for single hosting. They are just confused. Now they will be given 10 minutes to do their presentations come tomorrow. I can tell authoritatively, Cairo is catching fire. Nigeria will be given 10 minutes tomorrow to do their presentation. And after all the country's presentations, CAF President Dr. Beatrice Mosepe will do his announcement. Of course, he will announce 2 countries, 1 for the 2025 Nations Cup, 2 for 2027 Nations Cup. Will Nigeria get it? Are we really ready? That's the question we are asking. As I said in the morning, make sure you don't shift your dial. Make sure you don't touch your dial. Always stick around with Boss Radio 90.9 FM Owerri, and always check us up on Facebook, because we will tell you, I will definitely tell you what is going on in Egypt come tomorrow on our Facebook page. So if you miss it, you have yourself to blame, because everyone will be watching tomorrow to see who will be getting, especially that 2027 Nations Cup hosting right. Nigeria may miss out in the year 2025, but that 2027 is where all eyes will be. If Nigeria misses out 2027, let me see my lips for now. Am I really in support for the country to host the Nations Cup? I don't know. My own opinion is not needed on this issue, so don't ask me, please. Remember, we are live on Facebook at Boss Radio 90.9 FM, or want to like that page and drop your comment. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Boss Radio 90.9 FM or whatever. Let's get your thoughts and, of course, your opinion on what we're discussing on the show this evening. You can call us on 09092229922 or 09122677989. Send us a WhatsApp messages on 0806 9992 999 0806 9992 999. Some sports pundits have advised Mikel Arteta to sell Gabriel Jesus and Eddie Nketiah if they really want to win the English Premier League this season. According to them, they believe that these players cannot lead Arsenal to the promised land. Wow, this is a time bomb. Gabriel Jesus? Well, I don't know whether Mikel Arteta will listen to them anyway. Well, the senior women's national team Harambee Starlets produced a shocker after eliminating Indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, which actually went down today in the afternoon of today. Kenya won 4 goals to 3 on penalty shootout to reach the second round after aggregate score ended 1-1. The Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon won the first leg 1-0 at home before Kenya recorded the same scoreline in the second leg with 15 minutes left. Cynthia Shiwaso, Kenya's goal, of course, to force the game into penalties, where Shiwaso whipped hard a free kick a few yards from the area with the ball slipping through the hands of the Cameroonian goalkeeper. Lions of Cameroon featured at the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations but lost 1 goal to nothing to Nigeria Super Falcons in the quarterfinals, and the Super Falcons went on to finish 4th in that competition. In another shock result, Tanzania also edged out Ivory Coast 4 goals to 3 on penalty shootout. Tanzania cancelled out the 2-0 first leg deficit to take the game to penalties. Well, the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations will be hosted by Morocco, who also staged last year's edition. Bina of South Africa are the reigning champions after edging Morocco 2 goals to 1 in the finals. And Nigeria's game against Sao Tome was actually called off because Sao Tome refused to show up. So we are waiting, of course, to meet. In fact, we are going to meet the Guinea's women's national team. Are we really prepared to face the Guinea's women's national team? Remember, they did us 30, if I should use that word, in the Tokyo 2024 qualifiers Olympic Games. They stopped Nigeria from qualifying and we are meeting them again. How prepared are we? Super Falcons, get ready for another fire. Napoli's Primo and the president as well, Owerri De Laurentiis, has been placed under investigation as prosecutors in Italy once again beamed their searchlight on the deal that took Victor Osimhen to Napoli 3 years ago. There is fire on the mountain. Oh, De Laurentiis, run. Osimhen linked up with the current Serie A champions from the League On Club League in a well-celebrated move in the summer of 2020. But apart from that, the Nigerian international was officially sold to Napoli for 70 million euros, which is, of course, plus 10 million euros in bonuses. But 20 million euros of that was made up of 4 players. Wow. These were veteran goalkeeper Osaze Kenazes and 3 youth team players Lugi Lugoro, Claudia Mazzi and Chiro Palmera. According to several information emanating from Italy today, it's from a prosecutor in the city of Rome has really put Owerri De Laurentiis under investigation for alleged false accounting. Italy's financial police, Guardia di Finanza, have already gathered documents concerning the deal and are ready to prosecute Owerri De Laurentiis. It will be recalled that Napoli were cleared of allegations in a sporting trial concerning inflated capital gains in the April of last year. Osimhen spent just 1 season at Lee before moving to the Partanapai known as Napoli. The 24-year-old Nigeria scored 13 goals in 27 league appearances for Les Doggers, that's his Lee, and was crowned the club's player of the season at that particular year. Where this Nigerian played a key role in Napoli's Scudetto success last season, the Partanapi's first title in 33 solid years. The forward scored 26 goals in 32 league appearances last season. He has already been nominated for this season's Men's Ballon d'Or and FIFA Best Award. We already Durant is going for this. I wouldn't know if he asked me, but investigations are on. Let's see whether he'll be found guilty or, of course, be discharged and acquitted. Let's get information because they promised to actually furnish me with every information day to day, of course, of what is happening around, of course, with Owerri the Juventus. This message says, good evening, Boss Radio. My name is Franklin from Ifakala, Nigeria. I can't host Nations Cup due to insecurity in Nigeria so that the players will not be kidnapped in Nigeria. Arsenal coach should not make such mistake he made in the last match again based on the changing. Today is first time of chatting and sending messages to your radio station. Upgunners. Wow, thanks so much, my brother Franklin. Of course, we appreciate that so much. I hope you can hear the ring of the bell I'm doing for you. Thanks so much. Always keeping us busy on WhatsApp, and we promise to make you happy by reading those messages. Let's go to our Facebook page. We have this one coming from Sebastian. Of course, Sebastian D. Dajuma says, good evening, my Boss Radio FM. Watching you live. Sebastian writing from Olu. Please, I want to know, Plateau United, when are they going to play? I wish my darling team Manchester United tonight. Good luck, Plateau United. Definitely, if things be equal, every league fixtures will be starting this Saturday. But in another information that may be possible, only one game will be taking place this Saturday. The rest of the games will come up at the next game being Sunday. And the only game that we are anticipating to take place this Saturday is the game involving Shooting Stars of Ibadan against Plateau United. Of course, your club, Plateau United, will be taking place at Adaman Simba Lekon Salami Stadium in Ibadan. Then the rest of the games will come up on Sunday. But if they decided to go on with all the fixtures, it means all the clubs will be played this Saturday. So, Sebastian, I believe I've answered your question. Keep it there with your club. Shooting Stars up against Plateau United. Felix Nwozozo says, good evening, Osaze. My name is Felix Nwozozo from Umuahi Mberi. Let me tell you that Nigeria is not ready to host African Nations Cup. Security wise, we are not ready. Wow. Nigerian government, now they hear them be. Nigerians, they tell you, say, our country not free hold Nations Cup. What do you want to do about it? Make you fix the country now. If you want to host Nations Cup, fix the country. Not be so. Not so. And that's what we can take on today's out to the Boss Sports on Boss Radio. Okay. I really have to take the announcement again. Yes, of course. Let me take the announcement again before I really call it a wrap on the show this evening. Why I take the announcement? Let me read this. What's up, message? Good evening, Boss FM. How are you there, my man in the studio? Up United, we move. I wish my darling club Manchester United to win today evening against Crystal Palace. I love you more, my man in the studio. I'm Jacob writing, of course, from area H, close to Everyday Supermarket. One love to you, my man in the studio. Thanks so much. One love to you as well. We appreciate you, honestly. Well, as I announced before, I really want to make the announcement taking place. Listen very carefully. Oh, there is a missing bag which was left in a shuttle bus, by an individual who actually boarded a bus from Douglas to Olako. And this particular bag contains guns, slippers, money, and other items, valued items, honestly, valuable items. And the money in that bag is 20,000 naira. Please, if you are the bus driver or the shuttle driver and you're listening, or you have information that will lead us to the bus driver or shuttle driver, please call this number 0810 8724-779 0810-8724-779. I said there is a missing bag left in a shuttle bus, by an individual who actually boarded a bus from Douglas to Olako. And this particular bag contains guns, slippers, money, and other valuable items. Please. And the money in that bag is 20,000 naira. If you are the shuttle driver or the bus driver listening, please, we beg you in the name of God, be a good Samaritan. Call this number 0810 87 24779. And if you have information that will lead us to the bus driver or shuttle driver, you can call this number as well, 0810-8724-779. That's much we can take on today's edition of Boss Sports on Boss Radio 90.9 FM Owerri. And remember, sell your Osaze, your sports pilot. Let's do this again tomorrow morning at 7:30 for another edition of Boss Sports. Until then, keep listening to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, because we are radio for the boss man and we accommodate every one of you. Thanks so much. Good evening. Bye bye. I love you. Mwah.